bit of a hi, this is me. I am Dorrie. I model, ideally, sometimes. Currently I am housebound. As you can see, I'm still housebound. It's time, it sure does go by. Anyways, so I wanted to make this video for artists so that you guys can see what I can do, but also I wanted to make it for prospective models so that you guys can also see some posing ideas, some techniques. And this is going to be kind of quick. I'm going to just like kind of chop through these poses, but I'm also going to give you some pointers and some ideas how you can kind of move your body in ways that are, I guess I don't want to say pleasing to the artist because that it has a bad connotation, but in ways that kind of work for artists. Traditionally, back in the old days, as we say now, you would be posing typically in a rotation. Expect essentially that your body would be turning all the way around, so you would have to consider that you have an artist on any side of you. So you would want your pose to essentially be pleasing. There we go. I said it. To an artist on that side, the boom, 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 boom. So make sure that if you have a pose facing like, so you're facing this dude over here, that lady over there, she's got to like the pose too. So see, I'm doing a little thing like that. Like it's got to be interesting, right? Like you don't want to just do, I don't know, like that, right? Like, which can be a good pose. But you have to consider if you're doing this over here, make sure that once you swing over this way, you do something that will make that person enjoy what you're doing as well. You'll also tend to forget, or you might forget, that even if you, like, say you're on a platform like this and you do have a stage behind you, still do a rotation. Rotate one way, rotate the other. It might not seem that hard in your head, but once you get up on stage, sometimes you do kind of feel a deer in the headlights, like especially if you're nude. Like you might not be necessarily prepped for it, so get used to it. Stand around naked in your house. I do it all the time, surprisingly not right now, which is kind of shocking for my cat to see me not naked, but there you go. So if you have something like this, and my thing right here is not terribly sturdy, but if you are posing in a school or in a studio that does offer you a backdrop that is a wall, utilize it. Make those poses, make arcs. This will fall over on me, but you know, do it. So if you're using a twist, if you're doing an arc, like arc around back, do a lean. Do something, right? Like not to the point of ruining your back like I have done over many years, but enjoy what you have to use. Like lean forward, lean backwards. I mean, those are kind of the main pointers. It's really key. Just like make sure that you do the full rotation. Also, the back. People like drawing. The spine is key here. Like people, like this thing right here. I don't know if you can hear me. This thing right here. Like there's a beautiful arc. Like the reach, the turn, the pivot, like all of these things. Like you'll hear artists say the greater trochanter a lot, and I still don't quite know what it means, but I'm pretty sure it's like this whole thing here. So, I don't know, make sure that also you learn artist terms when they're saying them, because they will say them a lot and it does help you to know what they're saying and what they are talking about. If they are saying something like contrapposto, this, with the one shoulder up, hip up, contrapposto, boom. So learn what they are saying when they are saying it so that you can mimic it, right? Like, the class will want you to be doing what the instructor is doing. The instructor wants you to be doing what they are doing and what they are instructing, right? Like, I mean, just get some art books, study it up. But I mean, the main thing really is just like, you know, simple poses. Like, yoga poses are good. They're simple, but then just add some drama to them. Add your own little twist. Like, there's, like, here's a yoga pose or what, something like this, whatever, right? And then just, like, add some flair. Like, oh my god, I'm dying. Right? Like, just add something to it. Like, just be dramatic. Be bold. Be yourself. You're not, ooh, la-di-da. Fine, don't do that. But have some emotion, right? Like, because art needs that emotion. You have to breathe that life into it. If you're not breathing that life into it, you're not putting yourself into the art. Like, if you're posing with clothes, pose with clothes. You know, like, there we go. I mean, it helps. Like, I'm looking at myself posing right now, so get a mirror. Pose with it. Like, get to know what good poses are. Like, I can see right now that this is working. Ideally, I might look back and be like, oh my god, that looked like not good. But, you know, if your hair is down, play with your hair. Pose with it. Make it part of the pose. Like, use it, you know? Get natural. Use the lighting to your advantage, right? But all of it is key. Like, you're not going to be a natural at it to begin with, right? Like, this is all something I've developed over years. And it's all something that, I mean, it's enjoyable. It's fun. It's fun to be part of the artistic process. And, like, you know, just be part of it. Like, be art. Like, just pretend. Like, oh, yeah, at least some downward poses. Like, and if you're taking on a pose, like, these are hard poses to hold, right? Like, you are on the tips of your feet, you're coming up. Like, these are all things that you have to develop over years. So, you know, just practice developing them. So, and, you know, maybe you find that these are not poses that you want to develop. Find your skill set. Find something that you like to do. Like, maybe you're really, really good with props. Be a really good prop model. Like, there are a number of ways to be really good at this job. There are also a number of ways to be really bad at it. It's an amazing job. It can be infuriating sometimes, I'll admit. But, you know, you just vent out that anger. You just pose it out, right? Like, take on these forms and just decide what you want to pose like, right? Like, I've definitely learned how to manipulate my body in ways that probably it shouldn't move, but that's also because I've been doing it since I was like 19, and I'm much older than that now. But, like, yeah, you know, like, I mean, like, obviously, some of these poses are not gonna work. But you have to decide what works for you. Like, maybe that wouldn't work for the guy over there. But just have fun with it. Practice. Set a timer on your stove. Do it while you're making tea. While the kettle boils, right? Like, it's just, it's really, really just one of those things. I hope that helped. That was kind of long, and I'll probably edit it down. But maybe I won't. I don't know. We'll see. Like, you can see here, maybe actually, I'm gonna do some turns. So, like this pose, I'll turn it. So you can see there's a twist. Boom, boom, boom. It's like, for some people, it might not work as well, right? But for others, it's kind of cool. And like, if I do one of these, see, like some people get like a real push. Like, and some of it is like obviously a lot more animated, but you just gotta lean. I mean, it's really just, it's all about what you make it. Like, then you just do some simple, just standing. Even that, like, that's fun for an artist, because how often do you get just like casual gestures? You can't draw that because someone is moving. Like, even me right now, like, I just held that for a second and then I moved because I'm talking. So, like, do something like gestural, a pose, like, but take it on and then hold that, right? Like something animated, but freeze it, right? Like dancey. You can make it whatever you want it to be. That's the, I don't know, that's the best part about this job, is you get to be you, but naked, I guess. Like, yay. Anyways, I guess I'm gonna stop now because I'm rambling, as per usual, but yeah, maybe I'll do another one of these. If you have any questions, like, pop them down in the comments. But yeah, I guess that's basically my thoughts on that. Yeah, so toodaloo.